Hello everyone, my name is Ash, welcome back. In this video, I want to give a short snapshot explanation of how meditation works. I've truly tried to keep it short. If you make it through the whole video, hopefully you walk away with a much clearer understanding of the mechanics of meditation and how it can enhance every aspect of your life, truly. In this video, we'll talk about attention and awareness, the difference between them, how to work with them in meditation, to have an experience, how they lead us into the present moment, and why this is such a valuable experience to have, why there's so much emphasis around the present moment. So I hope it helps, and I hope you enjoy. So, have you ever thought about the words attention and awareness? In meditation, they're often used interchangeably. But when it comes to meditation, I believe there is a subtle but really important difference between them. And so the way I like to think about it, we always have some level of awareness. But we're most certainly not always paying attention. Even when we're asleep, there's still some level of awareness present. If we hear something or feel something, we can wake up. However, attention is a skill. Attention is how we direct our awareness. So, for example, a camera, the full frame would be awareness, and attention is like the zoom function. We can choose. We have the power to choose what we zoom into and out of. And so you can think of attention kind of like a funnel, and awareness just pours through. So why does this matter? Why is it important? Two reasons, or two big reasons. The first reason is because we can choose its direction. When we infuse attention with intention, we can choose where or in which direction our awareness flows. Which, as you can imagine, is important, because if we're not paying attention, others will direct our attention for us. The second reason that this is important, this function of attention, is because whatever we direct our awareness towards changes. So for example, in maybe meditation, when you close your eyes and you're told to bring your awareness to your breath, instantly the breath sort of slows or deepens or naturally kind of starts to correct itself. A really funny example of this is like when someone's panning across a room with their iPhone camera, and if you watch anyone in that room who's aware of the camera, and they know that camera is about to pass their position in the room, they subtly act or change or pose or do something a little different. And it's proven through science as well. It's called the observer effect. Even the tiniest building blocks of our makeup, a tiny cell, behaves differently when it knows it's being observed. So this is the power of our attention. So I like to think of attention as our magic wand in our toolkit of practice, because wherever we point it and shine it, we spark transformation. Change happens. And so let's talk about this in terms of meditation. Most of the time, our attention is facing outward, out into the world, out into phones, out into stimulation, out into our relationships or our jobs. Everything's sort of fighting for it. Everyone wants a piece of it. And so arguably our attention is the most precious gift we can offer. So in a world that literally profits from our being distracted, from our distraction, the power of choice, the power to infuse our own attention with our own intention is like a rebellion in a way. And so the cool thing about meditation is that we're kind of reversing this usual flow of energy, which is, like we said, usually moving outward. It's flowing outward in all these directions. Meditation reverses that, and we start to send the flow of attention back onto itself. We send it inward, and we gift our own attention to ourself. We offer ourself in service to ourself. We offer ourselves in service to our own body, to our own mind, to our own spirit. And where we direct attention, like we said, it sparks change, it sparks transformation. And so this is the pathway to internal transformation. And so how do we use our attention in meditation? This is a really good question. And so what you'll find is it doesn't matter what technique you're practicing, you'll always be given some object of awareness, some anchor, something to direct your attention towards so your awareness lands in the present moment. So your anchor will always be something that exists within the present moment, some present moment phenomenon, whether it's a body part like a body scan, or the breath, or a mantra, or some visualization, or an eyes open meditation. You can use a candle, something that allows your awareness to hover in the present moment, funneled by your attention. Now, the big question, why the present moment? Why is there so much emphasis placed on this moment in time? Why is it such a valuable experience for our awareness, which can be here, there, everywhere, time traveling, anywhere across the space-time continuum? Why is it such a valuable experience for our awareness, or for the magic wand of our attention, to funnel our awareness into the present moment? Now, there is a lot one could say about this, but I'm going to zoom into one big reason why. When we are truly present, and I mean not just thinking about the present moment, like narrating everything that's happening now, but actually having a direct experience of it, we momentarily free ourselves from all that tends to sit there, churn, and occupy the bulk of our mental space all day long. We free ourselves from the aspects of mind that obsess about the past, rummaging through our storehouse of memories and rerunning everything we might have said or did wrong. We step out of the cycles of the ever-repeating known. We free ourselves from the unknown too, from the aspects of mind that project forward in time, the parts which take on the mighty and impossible task of trying to organize the future according to the way we think everything should be. We free ourselves from the I, me, my story, where everything revolves around me, the aspect of our mind that is usually so tightly wrapped up around this self-image we have spent our whole life constructing and defending at all costs. And for a moment, we loosen the grip on the whole cast of characters that live up in our head, the voices that speak over each other, contradict each other, which are constantly narrating and warning us of the consequences of our every move. We quieten down the part of our mind that is drawn outward towards all the noise, all the activity, all of the busyness, where the majority of our lives take place. And all of a sudden, all that tends to occupy the bulk of our mental space fades into the background. We find ourselves no longer lost in the past or scattered in the future, but gathered here. In the awareness of presence, our attention, energy, and consciousness begin to free up. And within the context of meditation, we enter our inner world. We embark on a journey of ever-increasing subtlety, of never-ending revelation. It truly doesn't matter how long you've been meditating for. There's always more to discover. And of course, we don't go in to stay in stillness forever. We go into our internal world so that we can better navigate this outside one. And so it doesn't matter who you are or what you do. There isn't a single facet of life that isn't enhanced by more presence, more mindfulness, or more self-realization. Every inherently good quality is enhanced when we sit with ourselves quietly. And that's why, to me, meditation is a superpower. How something so simple, just closing the eyes, getting quiet, getting still for 10 or 20 minutes a day, really, it doesn't have to be more than this, can transform how we live and lead our lives. And so in meditation, our attention is a tool which guides and funnels our awareness into the present moment so that we can have these deeper experiences of ourselves. It's the portal, it's the gateway. And so to recap everything, I believe that meditation is our superpower that captures our awareness using the magic wand of attention so that our awareness can land in the present moment, which acts as a portal, as a gateway into these deeper experiences of self, towards our true nature, to spark some kind of transformation, because as we said at the beginning, whatever we give our attention to fundamentally changes. And so this transformation, whatever it is, whether it's more presence, more compassion, more understanding, more productivity, better sleep, less stress, less anxiety, whatever reason you turn to the practice of meditation for, it's never, ever just for our benefit. We might benefit first, receive that benefit and elevated state first, but of course it is for everyone we come into contact with. Everyone benefits. When we are more present, everyone benefits. When we are able to give more attention to who we're with and what we're doing, everyone around us benefits. Everyone we come into contact benefits. So our practice, yes, it is for us, but really we practice for the benefit of all beings, which I think is so beautiful to return to and come back to. Our practice is never ever just for ourselves. So I will leave it there. And if you made it this far, well done. Thanks so much for coming on the journey with me. And I hope to see you in the next meditation practice or yin practice or meditation insight. Thank you so much for being here and tuning in. And I will see you in the next video, wherever you jump in. Thank you so much.